Hello, my name is Salty, and I'm a motorcycle addict. Welcome to tonight's meeting of degenerates and a few honorable, uncorrupted souls, but that is still up for debate, which would make this political. So, I'm back again with a special guest edition Tales from the Road. Let off that throttle, pull in the clutch, put on the brake, and sit back, relax while we listen to this legendary story on two wheels. From within the Badger set, a different type of hole. Don't forget this off season. Please remember those of us riders suffering through winter with PMS, parked motorcycle syndrome. Our bikes suffer too. I am still trying to convince my wife motorcycles are a good financial investment. She doesn't agree, but I have conjured up a way that she may be in somewhat agreement of it in the aspects to choppers. I will not forget to unrestrain her and ask her later after the show if she is still more sociable. If not, I'm willing to trade one basket case for another. Maybe you'll have better luck with her than I do. Let's step back and talk about motorcycle lifestyle. It's all about the adventure. Most of all, remember, chopping ain't easy. If I wanted to ride something easy, I would have called your girlfriend. Moderators, please control the trolls and engage upon politeness and positivity with an added dash of sarcasm and ill-mannered humor to enlighten the rest of the inhabitants of the chat. If that troll makes the choice to re-engage the moderator or myself, it is his choice to carry on or terminate if it is directed at another member of the chat or a person that is not present, and if that statement is vulgar or threatening, terminate. Otherwise, try to de-escalate before dropping the hammer. These are the rules of engagement. Without further ado, tonight's special guest is backstage, and I don't want to keep him back there any longer. So we will get started with this, kick this evening off. This special guest edition of Salty Badgers Chopper Talk Tales from the Road is coming to you live through StreamYard on YouTube from the Badger set and streaming to you on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the streaming areas. Let's get chopping and see where this episode, Salty Badgers Chopper Talk Tales from the Roads, takes us. Salty Badger arriving. Tonight's special guest on Salty Badgers Chopper Talk Tales from the Road is Just GQ, the legendary motorcycle enthusiast, joins us as we sit down and learn a little bit about him and his journey on two wheels. Hey, how you doing?
Good evening. Good evening.
All right. Well, good evening. Thank you for coming in on tonight's show and giving us some of your time. I know your time's very busy. You got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to start right off with the first question, if you're ready.
Okay.
When was your first memorable motorcycle experience?
I would say it was two pivotal moments. I don't even say pivotal, but two things that kind of stuck out as I've gotten older. In one, the man who raised me, him and his brother had Harleys, and I remember them coming up to the house one day on these loud motorcycles, and I just thought it was so cool just to see them just like pulling up and revving the engines and things like that. And I guess the second part was the first time I actually got to ride a motorized, I don't want to call it a motorcycle because it was a dirt bike, but I went to what we call the country, because I'm a city boy, what we call the country. And I got on one of my cousin's bikes and I had it in like first gear the whole time I was riding. I had it wide open and it was just like, you got to shift gears, you got to shift. And I had no idea how to shift. I thought everything was just turn it and go. But those were the two things that stood out to me.
That's awesome. So who was your biggest influence in regards to motorcycles and what you do now?
My mom, even though she didn't ride, but as far as like just the second half of that question, like as far as what I do now, as far as the inspiration, the charitable aspect of me and what I do, that comes directly from her. As far as people in the motorcycle industry or community, people like Sharif, K Solo, Snacks, just people and anybody who gotten out there and pushed the envelope. I've been pretty much inspired by. I may not know everybody by name, but I follow and I see, and I'm inspired by them.
That's awesome. I mean, those are some big hitters in the motorcycle community part of it that are. I mean, we had K Solo on here, and he, like I told you, he does amazing things. And Charisse, she's right there as a female rider. I mean, she's very impressive in what she does. So how long have you been riding for?
I'd like to believe I've been riding since I got my first pedal bike, but as far as motorcycles, I bought my first one in 2007. So whatever that was, that 18, what 21 years?
Yeah. Yep.
22 years, roughly about 22 years.
There
I've been
you go.
riding. Started off with a 2002 Honda CBR FOI. I started on sport bikes, and then eventually moved up, bought a 01929. I've had a couple of CBR 1000s, one the 06, one's the 07, a Gixxer 1000. And eventually, after I left sport bikes, I bought my first Harley about 7 years ago. It was a 2001 Road King, and it's been going up ever since then.
That's sweet. That's awesome. I mean, so as a distance rider, I mean, you lay down some serious miles. What is your just one more mile moment, like when you're riding it and you fought all the elements of physical and mental exhaustion? Do you have one that sticks out to you?
Whew. I was trying to do an iron, but do the 1,536 hours, and I left Ouray, Colorado, and rode home to Louisiana, well, to New Orleans, and I was about maybe 100 miles short of the mileage requirement. And so I was tired, but I parked the bike. I went inside, got something to drink. I changed clothes. I was all like, I had all this heavyweight gear on. And then I ran another hour and a half east to Gulfport, Mississippi, and then turned around and came back home.
Nice. And did you pull it off then?
Oh yeah, I pulled it off. I pulled it off with time to spare.
Yeah, I did one last year, and I was 20 miles from completing my iron butt, and the belt broke on my motorcycle. So I still have to accomplish that one. I'll keep trying, but I sat there for a couple hours, and it was nice because it was just sitting there. A lot of people stopped and talked, and but it was just a disappointment of putting it all the work in, and then the bike just failed. I mean, I was 20 miles. What is that one tale from the road that just sticks in your head from one of your rides?
I got so many. I would say just some of the sights, just when I'm getting out on the road. Living in Louisiana, it's not a lot of like scenic routes. Everything is very flat. You might can go in, pass through some bayous or some pass by some moss trees and things like that. But as far as the epic scenery, I would say just getting out west into like the Colorado, Utah, like northern Arizona area, like that is probably the thing that sticks out. Just watching the different terrain and the landscape just kind of like change before your eyes. It's like 1 minute you're like super high up in elevation and everything is like really green and forested, and next thing you know, you it's this picturesque like Norman Rockwell type of like reds and blues from the sky. This is just the scenery. It's just beautiful.
That's awesome. So if your body had an odometer, what would that reading of your recorded mileage? I mean, since probably you've been keeping track of it.
Since I've been keeping track, if I would say about right at 300,000. Since I've been keeping track. So I would say since I bought my first when I bought my Street Glide, I didn't count anything on the Road King. When I bought the Street Glide, then I kind of started thinking about like the places I've gone and stuff, and then calculating the mileage. But I really didn't like really physically start documenting them until I bought my first Road Glide, and then that was like I started meeting people and doing iron butts and learning about the different ride challenges and things like that, and joining the Harley owners group, and realizing that they had these different like milestone patches and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So I would say probably about right around 300,000.
I mean, that's a lot of miles, especially considering it wasn't like it's not been like 10 or 15 years since. That's been in the fairly recent future that you've started doing that.
Yeah, I would say probably roughly about 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's some respectable mileage. And so, what would you say is your damn I did this moment?
Whew. Going to Canada by myself. I'm not gonna like that was the first moment I was kind of like scared, just leaving New Orleans and just like riding straight up and then crossing the border because like I don't know what to expect. I've never been across the border to Canada. I've been like abroad in Mexico and like the Caribbean and stuff like that, like on trips and things like that. But just riding through there, then listening to people say, oh, they're gonna check you or be careful. And so I was kind of fearful. But once I crossed the border and I was overly sharing information with the people, like, because I'm like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I do this, and you want to see my channel, and so like just trying to, make it, just ease everything and ease things for myself. But once I got there and I started riding around, I'm just like, wow, like I really did this. Like this is crazy.
Nice. Have you rode up to Alaska?
I am going to Alaska this summer. That's
Okay.
gonna be my first time going, and hopefully it's not my last time, but I'm leaving mid-June this summer to go up there.
Awesome. That's great. So you have an amazing story and always giving back to the community in some way or another. As a family man and balancing everything, what inspires you to keep your tank full in doing that?
I don't think my tank is full. I think I'm always running on empty because I'm always doing something. I'm always giving, but the fact that I'm still here inspires me to keep going. I had a really bad accident back in 2009, and I fractured a couple of bones in my neck and my spine, amongst some other internal injuries I had, a collapsed lung and lacerated kidney and spleen, and just it was just a lot of just like really like messed up stuff that happened as a result of the accident, which required me to be medevac to a larger hospital about an hour and a half away. And doing that and surviving Hurricane Katrina, I stayed down here during it, so I was able to see everything firsthand, and making it through a bunch of different things in life. And it's like, okay, I could have been taken out at any moment. So, I might as well, you know, lean into the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm here to do something great and to inspire somebody.
And you do some great things. I've seen videos that for you with kids and just things you do for the community. I mean, I seen the video from the damn show where you did something for the community afterwards, and I think that's just awesome. The places that you go and you're doing things not just in the motorcycle community, but for the outside of that community when you're doing those things in the motorcycle community. So, um, what what is your best advice for someone trying to get into distance riding?
Um, plan, plan. Uh, if I could break it down into three things, um, plan exactly what you're going to do, be prepared for the unexpected, and make sure your bike and your health is at like tip top shape. Um, and then take it 1 mile at a time. Once and I get a lot of people who ask, hey, I really want to do this, but I'm afraid, and I'm just like, just break it down in chunks. If you want to do a 10-hour ride, break it down into 5 2-hour sessions. Or if you want to do a 3-day ride, break it down into a day. Like, how far can you ride in a day? Don't push yourself because you see, other people out there doing like some crazy miles. And I would say, uh, like, even with myself, I've pushed myself like sometimes too much. And I'm not afraid to say that, because it's still an ongoing learning experience for me. Sometimes I get used to, oh, I can do it. I've done, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-hour days. And the week before, I may have not gotten a lot of rest. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can do 16, 17 hours. It's nothing. And I'm exhausted. So don't push yourself more than you need to. If your body's telling you to shut it down, shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize how physically exhausting, not just on the physical side of how exhausting it is, but how mentally exhausting riding for long miles is. And when your brain starts shutting down, it can get dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Been there.
what would you say to the younger generation to inspire them to share our passion for motorcycles?
I would say if you're looking for a sense of community that is extremely generous, extremely caring, will really literally give the shirt off of their back, will open up their homes, will treat you like family, I would say, like, get into the motorcycle community, the motorcycle riding community, because once you get out there and um, you're really into like motorcycling, I don't think there's a better community out there. I think literally we're the most charitable, the most hospitable, the most loving, the most caring group of individuals on the earth. And if you're looking for something like that, then I would say get your motorcycle, because there's some awesome people out there.
Oh yeah, and it's constantly growing. I mean, and it's they're always willing to help you if something happened on the road. You know, somewhere along the road, somebody's going to stop and help you.
Yep.
You're not alone, and you're not trapped. Somebody will help you.
Yep.
What is your personal highlight from last year?
Oh, I have a few. I would just leave it at two. So putting on my first event last year, the Unleash the Peace run, down here in the New Orleans area. It's my first, I guess, big get together, and it was extremely successful. So that was a highlight, because that was something that I thought about doing for a while, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And that's kind of like how my motorcycle career has been. I just put it out there, and then I hold myself accountable to it. So I put it out in the public, like, this is what I want to do, or I'm going to go here, just like with Alaska. this summer. Like I'm gonna go to Alaska. And I said this last year. So now I put it out there. Now I gotta do it. And my second personal highlight from last year was completing my run dedicated to my mom. So I rode out to California, and along the way, I always keep her memorial T-shirt with me on these like long rides. And so every place I stopped that was of significance or importance, I made sure I took a picture with her memorial shirt, just as a reminder to her, knowing that she's looking down on me, like, hey, I'm still with you. I still love you. I still care about you. And I won't ever let your memory fade away. And I appreciate what you've done for me. So just going out there to the West Coast and then just like zigzagging my way back and just stopping at every cool place that I could think of. And I would always think like, what would my mom be saying? Like if she saw like Horseshoe Bend or, Monument Valley or some of these different places. And so that was my, I guess, opportunity to bring her with me.
Nice. I mean, you kind of skipped right over that, just the peace thing event that you did. I mean, that was huge because that was a lot of motorcycle communities, different communities that you put together in one place at one time. I watched that video, and I mean, being in the motorcycle community, but seeing the work that you put in to have that many people in one area from different communities to pull that off as successful as it was, you did a great job.
Yeah, I was stressing. Like I got one of my friends was taking some pictures of the event, and it was, I'll probably guess no more than about 20 pictures, and I'm just like this. Just working the event. Hey, no, make sure this is going on. This is going on. Like this is over here. Just constantly communicating with people to make sure that the people who came down felt welcome, felt loved, felt appreciated. Once we did the ride and we came back, I personally like went up to everybody and shook their hand and just told them just like, thank you. I appreciate you for coming. Thank you for taking this ride. And I just want to just show as much love and appreciation to everyone who came down.
Are you doing it again this year?
Yes, I am doing it again this year, May 23rd, May 24th, 2025, down here in the greater New Orleans area. It will be hosted and staged at Mike Bruno's North Shore Harley Davidson. That's in Slidell, Louisiana, approximately 30 minutes away from the city limits of New Orleans. And we're going to leave from there and we're going to ride to New Orleans, and we're going to do some other stuff in between. And I got a bunch of surprises in store for them. I can't really say right now, but
yeah, that's an epic thing. And if you're in that area or you can get in that area, don't miss that event, because the videos and the footage that he has of it is just amazing thing. So as a distance rider that's laid down some serious miles, there's always that bucket ride. I've been following some chatter and talk on you since Detroit last year, and I see you have chosen a hard path in completing a cross-country ride on a chopper. Can you share a little bit about this?
So I've always had an affinity for choppers. Just looking at them, I thought they were cool. I didn't start out riding when I never had one, never owned one up until the one I'm working on now. But I always thought it was cool, and just thinking back to like motorcycle history in general, that era of like true choppers. I'm not saying this is no offense to nobody who bought an Orange County chopper or something like that, but I mean like taking the Kawasaki's and the Hondas and things like that, and like literally building them from these different parts and raking them out and making just a beautiful creation, oftentimes in the comfort of their own home or garage, is something that I always appreciated. And so I told myself, whenever I get a chance, I want to buy a chopper, I want to build the chopper up, and I want to take it on a cross country ride. It won't be like Santa Monica to, they won't be east to west, but I'm gonna cross a couple of states and
Right.
have some type of destination just to get a sense of what um some of those people who did that back in the day, like what they went through. So I want to experience that as well.
Right. So you kind of answered a couple of my questions all within inside of that one. So I'm going to skip a couple of them here. Um, you have been around and done some legendary things in the motorcycle community. How would you say the chopper crowd is different from that rest of that crowd?
I would say the chopper crowd, once you get in, it's like it's such a sub community of the motorcycle community in general, but they will literally, if you allow them, they will build your bike for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of people are in the chopper community. They will like, hey, you need some help? Hey, I'll come over here. I can do this. Hey, you need a seat, you need some parts, you need some clutch cables, some wires. Like people will like literally put their hands on your motorcycle for you if you allow them to. They're just really, really, really helpful. And even with my chopper that I'm getting ready to build, I've already had a couple of people reach out and say, "Hey, I got this. You need help with this. I can do a nice paint job for you, like this." And it's just they want to see your vision come to life, and so they're gonna do whatever it takes to help you bring your vision to life. And it's not about, oh, how much can you pay me, or it's for the genuine love of like the chopper community. Like we want to see you, especially if it's your first one. We want to see you come to the scene.
Right. I mean, that you can, what you just said there isn't more describing of the chopper communities than the reality. Because when I got sick, I mean, I was in the middle of a build and I literally had people saying, "Hey, send me, what do you need? I'll send the bike down. I'll finish it for you, or I'll build a fender. You're going to make it." And I'm like, I didn't want it. It's not that I appreciated it, but the part of the build that I enjoy is doing it with my kids and everything. And I've changed the name of my next build is Stroker Ace.
Mhm.
So I'm going to teach myself how to do different things coming back with that chopper. So in your opinion, is the chopper scene making a comeback?
Uh, it is, because I think more and more people are getting used to seeing them now with the different shows that's coming out, like the uh what's the one that was in North Carolina not too long ago?
Smokeout Rally,
It's another one.
full throttle, the
I,
full throttle.
I think that it's that, and then you have like Mama Tried, and you have like a bunch of different shows that kind of go around. The Detroit show as well, like just that goes around and shows these vintage bikes, and people when they come and they see, they get intrigued, and so they start doing research. Like, well, I want to do it now. It's relatively inexpensive to start. I would say to start. To finish, it may take some time, finding certain parts depending on how crazy or how vintage or period correct that you want to, be. It can get expensive toward that, and depending on what type of motor some of these old Harley motors, they're pretty penny. So getting in is not too hard, but going to like that, like the next level, the highest level, can be expensive. But I think it's definitely making a comeback. Most people nowadays are on full touring or like sport touring, like the lowrider STs, or they're buying street glides and road glides. And I think that now they're looking for something else to ride around on, something that's not going to be as cumbersome or heavy, and they just might want to get out and go to a bar hopper.
Right.
And that chopper comes into play because most of them are hardtail, and you don't have to worry about really like beating yourself up just going down the street, or going a couple of miles away. So I think it's definitely making a scene, making a comeback.
Yeah, part of that statement you said, where you said it's easy to get into it, it's rather inexpensive, but that's very true. But man, it's hard to get out of it once you get it in there and you get that bug in you to do it. It's hard once you're there. It's definitely a tough thing. So you think you're gonna have it done and that Mama Tried next year?
I thought I didn't realize, like in my mind, I'm doing the math and I'm like, okay, if I do this, I can have this ready for Sturgis. I'm like, nope, it's not gonna happen because it's it's phases,
Yes.
and one phase has to be complete, fully complete to go to the next phase. And so it's not as simple as just taking a part off and putting a part on. It's an entire process. That's something that I'm learning, like with building the chopper. It's a full process. So I would like to have one ready because I want to get another. I want to get a Sportster frame, and I want to do I want to chop a Sportster out as well, and I want to do my Honda. This is going to be like my show bike. Hopefully it'll be done before then, but if not, I'm not going to rush it. It'll get done. I just have to hold myself and my pockets accountable.
There you go. And I think you'll get enough. I find the chopper count enough, and you got some heavy hitters that are in it. I think you're gonna do well, and I'm excited to see it because I mean you're graphic design. You got graphic design stuff. You're an artist.
Yeah.
That's part of choppers is an artist. I call it an art on two wheels. These are rolling pieces of art. No matter
Yep.
how they look or how they've turned out, they are a piece of art that somebody built out of their mind.
Yep.
So that's pretty much we're getting close to what that's about all I have. But what events and or rides do you have planned for this year that someone can catch you at?
Cool. So immediately next week, no, I won't say next week, in a couple of days, I'll be in Daytona for Daytona Bike Week from the 5th through the 9th. I'll be hanging out. I have a meet and greet scheduled at Daytona International Speedway on Friday, March 7th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Next, I would say probably it would be homecoming, where I'll just be kind of roaming around up there, and I would try to make it to Traveling Talls Run to the Hills event. Also, try to make it back to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue as well, just because I really like going and riding in that area. I like going to rallies where there's beautiful riding because I spend most of the time just exploring the area. I check out some of the vendors, but I like to get out and see what it's like around riding around and finding these just beautiful vistas to look over.
That's awesome. So
Oh, I'm sorry. And the biggest ride, and this is you won't. I'm not gonna say people can meet me there because I'm particular about everybody. I'm a huge proponent of everybody can't go. Everybody can go, but everybody can't go. So when you're taking a distance ride, you have to make sure that if you are allowing people to come onto that ride, that you guys are 1000% on the same page, because I've seen long rides ruin friendships because if you're taking time off and you're spending money, and let's just say this person was supposed to get their bike service and tip top, and something that they could have prevented and they didn't do it, it's a very frustrating thing to go through. Or people being on a road with someone that long, you really get to learn about that person in a intimate setting. So I'm just a big proponent of everybody can't go until you figure out if they can go. But I'll be going to Alaska, tentatively scheduled solo by myself. I'm not going way up into the Yukon and, way to Prudhoe Bay and all that stuff, but I want to go a good ways into Alaska, get some nice pictures, and then make my way down the Pacific coast, and then start crossing over right around San Francisco and just start heading back east.
That's awesome. That's a huge ride. And I know exactly what you're talking about, because when you're on those bigger rides, it becomes completing the ride. And sometimes if somebody breaks, you don't leave them on the side of the road, but you leave once they're safe and they can get their bike somewhere, you got to move on. The whole ride can't stop because of one person. And a lot of the people understand that in this community of long distance riding, but there's always that one person like, man, they can actually weigh the ride down.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's all I have for tonight. I can sit here and talk about motorcycles and builds all night long, but I want you to be able to get back to doing those awesome things, and I want to see you get that chopper done. Is there? Can you share your social media stuff and everything like that real quick before we get you out of here?
So you can find me on all social media platforms at Just GQ. That's JUSTGKUE. That's on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I have a TikTok, but I'm not really on it too much. And that's pretty much it. Follow me. Go ahead and check out the website, www.peacearmyworldwide.com. I have a lot of updates. You get to learn a little bit more about me and the movement as well. And that's about it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and move you down to the backstage there, and you can let yourself out. I'll do the outro part of it. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you out down the road somewhere. I'll buy you dinner or something for coming on the show when I see you, all right?
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate you for having me.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Peace.
Please make sure and check out his channel. If you do all the fun stuff when you're there, like, subscribe, follow. Thank you for coming on the show, and what we're doing. Good luck, and let's get chopping. And I'm going to continue the show after this with a little bit more of the normal live at 5 with some small channel stuff. So if you want to stick around and see that, stick around after the outro.
Sweepers.
All right, guys, what an awesome guest. Like I said, he's doing legendary things. He does great stuff. I am super happy that he came on the show, reaching out to him. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'm going to jump over here in the side chat real quick and say some hellos to everybody. We got our wonderful moderator, Evil Rick, in. Carney's Ride jumping in. The Frogzilla. All you guys definitely appreciate the support, everybody coming in. I haven't been having a lot of extra shows and scheduling them quite on time. I'm definitely going to try to do some more special guest stuff. I have some stuff in the works. Looney Shrooms was in. I don't know if he's still in here, but we're going to roll through a quick normal live at 5. I know we're getting a little bit later start on that, but we're going to get started on that right now with our normal short for the day. I just got to get quick setup here. Let me hear in the side chat right there. What do you guys think of that guest? What did you guys think of that guest tonight? Thank you, Dallas. Saying great show. Good deal. So here goes the normal short. start to it here. Sorry, I'm used to having stuff set up before I hit it, but we're going to roll with it.
So maybe nobody wants the bike. If that's the case, you guys got to let us know and we'll quit bringing this up. But if you do want the chance to win a free motorcycle, completely free, just by taking 30 seconds or a minute out of your day and making a post on social media, tagging us in the post so that we know you did it, and sending an email, we're going to try and get this going again. We currently have just under 3,500 subscribers. We're going to make a goal of 6,000 subscribers. So if everybody on here gets one person to subscribe, we'll surpass that quick and easy, and we can get the bike finished and given away. Going to drop a couple pictures of the bike here in the video so you can see what we're talking about. I'll put a link in the description to the playlist. There's, I don't know, 8 or 10.
So that's from Gaddy's Garage, one of our guests before. He is giving away a chopper motorcycle. Stay tuned for the rest of the show. I'm going to share a little bit more on that as we get going, but it's a free chance. It costs you nothing but your time to get involved in that chopper motorcycle. So let's get moving with a little bit more from the show and roll on through here in our motorcycle news. Motorcycle news comes to us from Sturgis. This is some fairly good news for the motorcycle community, in my own opinion, is that slingshots have been banned from Main Street during Bike Week in Daytona Beach. It's slingshots banned from Main Street along with cars, trucks during Bike Week in Daytona Beach. Police said the slingshots were prohibited to enhance public safety. Slingshots are classified as autocycles in Florida, but they are tagged as motorcycles. Slingshots got an unpleasant surprise on the opening day of Bike Week in Daytona on Friday when they tried to cruise down Main Street like they have done in the past rallies. But this year, it was no-go. Slingshots, which are a three-wheeled cross between a car and motorcycle, aren't allowed on Main Street. While the thoroughfare is closed to regular traffic during Bike Week, cars and trucks are not allowed on the road. While Bike Week is in session, the event continues through May. So that's a pretty good read on there. I do think that that is a good thing because everything I've read on it has said that motorcycles to the law enforcement are pretty good, but those slingshots have become kind of hindrance. I know a lot of motorcycle community thinks the same way upon that. So that's the part of the show now where we hit up the small channel spotlight. Small channel spotlight is to us from white screen. Axel Bradley Moto. Axel Bradley Moto has 134 subscribers with 40 videos. More about this channel. He doesn't have a lot out there, but he's got some videos. Just 4 days ago, he did a solo road trip from Michigan to North Carolina. He's got several different good videos on his channel. If you haven't been there to check that out, it is at Michigan Full Throttle. I will share the links for all of this stuff in the description along with K-Solo stuff after the channel is done. And get over there, check out some of his videos. Do like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And then we have the Limelight coming to us. The Limelight comes to us from Gaddy's Garage. Gaddy's Garage is giving away that very cool chopper. Gaddy's Garage is at 3.52K subscribers. When they get to that 6,000 mark, I believe he said, he is going to give away that very cool chopper in the short from earlier. They are a custom motorcycle and hot rod shop in Lake Worth, Florida. We are specialized in custom handmade motorcycles as well as individual parts for your custom build. We are excited to build this new channel, which include tech videos, fabrication videos, build videos, motorcycle hunting, and whatever other good shenanigans they can get into. They've got their website, all the social media stuff on their page. Get over there, check out their videos. And the one major one that you're going to want to take a look at is right here in this video, the shopper.
Holy
The shop.
lowbrow custom.
That's Lowbrow Customs commercial, but it's this video here. This video here is the Shovelhead Bobber Rebuild episode. In that episode, if you go down here, hit the more, it's got what you got to do to get involved in that chopper giveaway. It's got a playlist on it, so you can see lots of things going on with that chopper build. So get over there and check that out and get yourself entered into that wonderful chopper giveaway. And now we're going to move on to All the World's a Stage. All the World's a Stage. First up is Willie's Tropical Tattoo Chopper Time. Old school chopper show coming up in Quick in Daytona is March 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're in the Daytona area, make sure and get over there, check that out. Also coming to us from the from the Daytona area, I'm sorry about that, is the Dennis Kirk Garage Build Show, Motorcycle Show, Daytona Bike Week 2025. The details on it are Friday, March 7th, 2025 at the Broken Slowpoke Saloon. And the registration will be from noon to 3 p.m., judging from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m., with awards at 4 p.m. There will be plaque awards for the following classes: Stock Mod, Bobbers, Choppers, American European, Metric, Bagger, Performance, Antique, Daily Rider, Most Original, Social Media, People's Choice, and Best of Show. So if you're in Daytona, get over there and check out that Garage Build Show and help them out. And then we also have on March 8th in Daytona is Big Daddy's Rat Hole Custom Bike Show, Antique Baggers, Choppers, Cafe Racer, V8 Strikes. It's Saturday, March 8th. All the information's on the website, so I'll share all of that in afterwards the show is over. Moving out from Daytona over to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. They got the Nitty Gritty Chopper City, the biggest and baddest little chopper show in Texas. The Nitty Gritty Chopper City is coming up. So get over there and check that out. I will share the link in the description after the show so everybody can get over there and find out all the information on that. And I will work on getting more for this in the shows to come as he's getting closer. Up in the northern part from Minnesota. From Minnesota is the Donnie Smith Show, March 29th and 30th, 2025. It's the bike show and swap meet. If you have not been to a Donnie Smith show, get over there and check it out if you're in the area. It's always a wonderful event. And tell all your friends about the show. It is at St. Paul River Center, 175 West Kellogg Boulevard, St. Paul, Minnesota. It's the 36th annual Dennis Kirk and Donnie Smith Bike Show. It is Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Donnie Smith Bike Show and Swap Meet. Happy hour is 5 to 7 p.m. Vendors of all types, the largest bike show and swap meet in the Midwest, and it's the Midwest Extravaganza. And follow up on that one is coming to us from Texas again. Texas is March 28th to the 30th is the Hand Built Show from Revival Cycles. It's coming to us in 24 sleeps, 23 hours, 10 minutes, and 32 seconds. They say submissions are open. Submit your build if you want to get involved over on the website. See if you can get in there. They got all the merch, all the cool stuff on there. That's the Hand Built Show from Revival Cycles in Austin, Texas at 305 South Congress Avenue. After that, we have a few things coming in here after the show. We're going to hit a little bit of something new, part of the show. We're going to hit some congratulations. Congratulations first goes to Joker Cycles. Joker Cycles got the best in show at the inaugural All Out Evo show. So he won best of show winner with his brand new build. Jeremy was on our show from Joker Cycles not too long ago. He didn't even release any information on this build, but it turned out that it's really turning some heads out there and he's doing some good things. Up next, we have from the same show is the Brown Sugar with Twin Cam Tom. Looks like he took a Evo Chopper Award also in the Evo All Out Chopper Show. But don't feel bad. It looks like also from what I found is a little buddy Pro Monk finally brought in some hardware with some of his hard work from a chopper show. So make sure get over there and hit that congratulations and let them know that Pro Monkey has done it and pulled off some hardware from a chopper show. He put a lot of hard work into doing builds, as we all do, and it's well deserved. And after this, we're going to hit up our Flashback. Flashback is the original hoser. He has 125 subscribers. Not a whole lot about his channel, but he has some good videos. He's got a Sportster build on there. So if you're into the Sportsters, everything like that, he had videos from 3 days ago coming around the shop. So get over there and check him out. Give him the like, subscribe, all that fun stuff as we do. Give him a little bit of support. Let's help him build his channel and get going on up with that. I don't have a poll coming up, so what I do have is this part of the show. For those of you joining us, is this. That promo code is for this.
Available now.
That promo code is for this ICR helmet.
New lineup of intelligent cranium helmets is here. Buy now and pay later using Shop Pay. Helmets starting at only $650. Pre-orders are shipping.
That's not one to share very well. I will share that video inside of the description after the show so everybody can get into it. So the other day, we got some upcoming live stuff going on right here real quick. Some of these lives aren't going on right now, but some of these lives are going on right now. But doing some pop-up lives from Daytona is Riding on 3. Riding on 3 has been doing some pop-up lives from Daytona, sharing his Daytona experience. So if you're not following him and you want to see some stuff, he's got some good footage of what's going on down there. Also doing the same kind of thing is going to be Ray Gregory Rides. Ray Gregory Rides is also doing some pop-up lives. He did one last night from right down on Main Street. He comes on and hangs out for a little bit and shows off some good video footage. Something you could always see also is Eli. Eli's been popping up some Mex Fillets travels. It looks like he is live right now, Daytona Bike Week 2025. There is 50 people watching. So if you want to get over there and support his channel, that would be a good thing. I would definitely appreciate going in there, checking out his stuff. He always has all the bike rally stuff going on. So I shared some information about this. The giveaway is this motorcycle right here. If you're into choppers, this looks like a good one. So get over there and get yourself over to Gaddy's Garage. Find out what it takes to get entered to get that chopper. It's a good looking chopper. So definitely get over there and check that out and get yourself entered for that chopper. The other thing I did is I did a little bit of a smidbit of a giveaway on the live last night, or not last night, but the night before. I'm going to give away some swag pack of some stuff for channel support and some other channels from people that I've had on. And if you want to get involved in that, you need to just go to the video from the other night and a few other things. You have to go into this video here. This video here from Evolution Cycles, and it is the Flat Out Friday video, part 1. And go over there, make a comment on it after you watch it. We do have a couple of people from the channel that have already done that and got entered. And I'll drop these links and the instructions inside the description afterwards. Then after that, you need to go over to this video right here from Stiff Rides video and comment on his video. It's been real, everyone. He was the small channel spotlight from the other night. Check over there and jump on in the comments. Do the like if you like it, subscribe to him if you subscribe it, but most of all, to get entered, you need to leave a comment on the video. After you do that, come over to circle back to my channel, and the short for the day is, and then comment on there, chopping ain't easy. And I will go in there, make sure you did all the steps, and if you missed something, I will make sure and tell you what it was so that you can finish getting entered. So that's Stiff Rides, Evolution Cycle, and my video from last night. And then I'll be doing some other stuff to get you people entered. So I'm trying to get this done and out of here. So we're going to skip right into the premiere video part of the show. Up first, I think he's doing one. I haven't really seen one, but rolling with T-Bone, he's got a lot going on right now, so I'm not sure if he normally does drop a premiere tonight, but if he doesn't have one, it does look like he has one. It is right here. He's got an upcoming premiere at 7:30. Also at 8 o'clock, I have a premiere coming up. If you want to jump over, watch his premiere, then jump back over to mine, I would greatly appreciate the support, as would T-Bone. Also, we have some other videos. Please get over and check out Kelpfire's premiere after the show. It's already going on, but Kelpfire is a great support of the community, and it's her first video with the Insta360. So get over there and check that out. Hit the like, all the fun stuff, make a comment on there, and we will definitely enjoy watching the premiere video from her. Also, we have from Keep It Logical, has what every new rider needs to know before hitting the road. That's going on. That started 5 years ago. It's a good watch. Get over there, check that one out. Also, we have I missed something from the upcoming lives later on at 11 o'clock. Almost every night is Crash Test Go. The sport bike rider out of Texas that puts out some good content. And then tomorrow morning, a live that goes on is from Motobomb, Virginia. It's a 30-minute or 12-hour coffee break, whichever way they feel like doing it. But get over there and check out Motobomb, Virginia's Coffee Talk, and after coffee talk, and second cup, third cup, fourth pot, fifth pot, all the fun stuff. Get over there, check it out, hang out in the side chat, and do the fun stuff. The other premiere that we have is going to be, the other premiere video was from Road Reality. It is 6 reasons why the 2024 Road Glide is worth the upgrade. Everybody always likes a video from Road Reality, so get over there and give him some support. It's already at the 23 likes, and it's only been out for 6 hours. So get over there, become one of the 60, become the 64th or 65th viewer and the 24th person to like it, and get involved in supporting the community. The other good video that I came up, not just the ones, just ones that I grabbed. This one is from a local Michigander, is from the Farming Biker. The Farming Biker is a sneak peek of his bike build at Farming Biker. He is building a bike for the Wild Stallion Bike Show here in Michigan coming up this year. So it's a big show. It's kind of like a little bike builder contest thing going on. Get over there and check that out if you're in the area. or it's too late to get in it for the build show, but it's definitely something to get in there and check out. This is the part of the show where we're going to start winding it down. I want to thank everybody in the side chat for coming in. Thank everybody from writing, or just JQ for coming on the show and everything like that. Ride with a Purpose is in. If you don't see his show and haven't checked out his stuff, get over there, check his out. Appreciate everybody in the side chat. And this is the part of the show where I ask that everybody exits through that gift shop. Brought to us, the gift shop is, as always, brought to us by, here it is, coming up right now. It's the Frogzilla Cove. The Frogzilla Cove. They've got sweatshirts, they've got t-shirts, they've got cups. I will let you know ahead of time from what I've been hearing. It is taking quite a bit of time to get the orders out. But I did reach out to the Creator Cove spring.com to finally get some answers. If those answers aren't something I like, I'm going to take down my personal site and I will share with you guys what I found out. So I am definitely working on that, trying to get to the bottom of what's going on that. And that's what I got for the show. So I'd like to see you guys at 7:30 and Rolling with T-Bone's premiere. And then later on at 8 p.m., please stop over and check out my premiere. With that being said, that's the end of the show. That's the part where I say goodbye. And I've already ran the outro once, so I'm not going to run it again. I'm just going to sit here and hit buttons that make funny things happen. Definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Sorry I wasn't big on the comments, but I see that you guys pretty well did a good job of keeping each other entertained. I'll see you on the next show. Stay tuned for the next special guest episode of Salty Badgers, Tales from the Road.